What's good? What's good? It's your boy Mario checking in, doing a weekly outlook, weekly review, going over trades, going over my losses, going over my wins, looking at what I could have did better, so on. But we're gonna get straight into it. I'm looking at GBPUSD right now, and I'm looking at on the weekly time frame how we pulled back to this area right here, this resistance. Notice how we are testing like this window or this gap, whatever you want to call it. And we also are respecting this support right here. So we're basically ranging between a support and a resistance on the weekly and monthly time frame. Well, on the weekly time frame, because on the monthly time frame, you got this monthly support right here. So the monthly support would be the opening of this candle. This was a big indecision candle. And then we had this bearish closing rejecting this downtrend line on the monthly time frame and this moving average. And so price is basically ranging in between this in between this previous month. And as we're ranging, like I said, we have this gap right here or this window that's holding price right at 1385. So I'm paying attention to this level because price is basically very, very strong at this level. Notice how we have this wick that came out of it a little bit, and price came all the way back down to the support. Price shot straight back up. So we really haven't broke through the support really. And I know it's probably a lot of sellers that have, a lot of buyers that have their stops below this structure, and a lot of sellers that have their stops above their structure. So right now it's a lot of liquidity, a lot of just a lot of money and a lot of orders being accumulated in this zone. So whichever way we do break out, because like I said, if price breaks above like 1389, 139, I'm sorry, like 139, then 9 times out of 10 we headed back to the upside to at least 1.4 and then 1.42. But if we get a breakout to the downside, then we could be headed for these lows down here on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, we could be headed, for a nice correction on the weekly time frame. Don't know how low, but we could be headed for some sort of correction, because we have been in an uptrend for a very long time, and we do have this nice shooting star right here. So, along with the confirmation candle, which has been like the start of my sell bias in this market at this monthly downtrend, which is right here. It's the monthly chart out right there. So I'm just paying attention to all of that. And if we go to the daily time frame, go to the daily and clean up the chart a little bit. So we go to the daily time frame. I'm noticing on this structure right here, how we have this high right here. And I love this tweezer top right here. I love this tweezer top right here. And I'm noticing how these candles right here, I noticed all last week how these candles were very kind of indecisive. They didn't really know they wanted to go up or down. We kind of like had a sloppy range last week, some sort of. We had that nice push Monday and then a nice push Friday. But all in all, we really didn't have a nice trendy week. So I was looking at the 4-hour, and I'm noticing after this head and structure pattern was formed, this shoulder level was a nice key level because of this gap right here. This is the gap that's on the weekly time frame. That's the actual gap. We'll put a zone right there. And that gap matches with each pivot point of this head and shoulder structure, especially this one right here. I love how price came from way at this support down here. Let me move this down. Price came from way at this support down here, just to get back to that zone. And then we came back and then broke out of it right here. Had this nice little fake out right here. Price faked out and then came all the way back down to this support. So I'm really looking forward to this level to hold, honestly, because last week, watch my analysis video from last week, I was actually looking for this level to hold right here, you know, but it didn't. It broke out and came to this level, which is the level that I assumed it would go to, right? Because if I draw a Fibonacci from right here to right here, it also lines up with my money time on my Fibonacci. My 708, my 62. So, and then notice how price dojed at the end of the week. So, if anything, I'm looking for like some kind of push, you know, some weeks to the upside, nice pushes, you know, retesting the highs of these structures. You know what I'm saying? Possibly could come to the high of this. See, notice this candle right here. So you probably got some stops above big candle. You know what I'm saying right here. So that would be my ideal price action to see. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some nice pushes, nice exhaustion up in this area of the market to catch this downside move. And that would be a nice potential 175 pip trade. So it's like that one move to the downside to take care of me. And any losses I had in the last week or two. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm also staying focused on too, like that one good trade, man, for real. Because taking all those different trades and you know not being precise or efficient, it really screws up the P&L and then it screws up like your mindset and because you go back, look at your history and look at price action and look and say, man, I could have did this and did that. And then if it's the end of the week, you know, you could do stupid things at the end of the week because you know it's gonna close and all of this. So it's just really important to just take the time, examine what's really going on. No need to rush. You know what I'm saying? Wait for the actual confirmations and know your risk and you know, flow with the market. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm looking at, man. I'm probably just I don't know. I was looking at GJ too. I do like how GJ didn't actually come to. This was the actual level that I was looking for to see GJ hit last week, and it didn't really hit that level. So I'm also looking at GJ too, because if GJ hit this level right here, which is like I said, similar to GU, notice we at this. This is a window right here as well. This whole area is a window. So both of the pounds are trading at this window. So I'm looking at it, and if we get a nice setup on either GJ or GU, then one of the other, I'm gonna short those markets. Because I had intentions on shorting them last week. Last week we still was in a bit of a correction, so that's 250 tips. So definitely into that trade right here. This trade. And notice on my 89, price is trading below my 89. So that's how I know we're in a downtrend. That's how I know we're reversing because I know my 89. My 89 is a very powerful moving average on just all scales really. And if we turn above it, we're definitely in the uptrend. You know what I'm saying? Definitely in the uptrend. And if we trade below it, we're definitely in the downtrend. And once you see price really trade below it like this and go back up and come back below a moving average, that's when it's ready. It's not really ready the first time that it breaks through a moving average. I learned that. Feel me? So the fact that we've consolidated so long underneath my moving average, and my moving average is starting to point down. Yeah, I'm still a seller in these markets. The same thing with GU. Notice GU has took its dip, took its first nice break dip, and then now the opposite side of the moving average, you get mostly pivot points. So what I mean is basically like on this uptrend, on the upside of the moving average is where you had mostly your price structure to have it. And the downside of the pivot point is where like the pivot points are. I mean, of the moving average is where your pivot points are. The price basically corrected itself to go back up. You feel me? So, like I said, it's the opposite thing happening here. Notice ever since we broke through right here, came back above it, it's been nice lower highs coming out of the opposite side of the moving average, then coming back down below the moving average to trade lower. So that's what I'm looking at right now. And I'm also looking at this now that I see it. And so yeah, that's definitely a good look. We had a downtrend. We had the trend line of a nice little downtrend. Yeah, so I'm definitely looking at this, man. You know, I'm taking it, you know, as it is. And it's sure enough, if price was to push up and actually close above here, then you know, by all means, I'm no longer a seller. By all means, if price breaks out of this trend line and close above, I wouldn't even say 139. I honestly, you know, honestly, I would say this level right here, honestly. I mean, once price breaks above like 13875, man, I'm no longer a seller in this market. You know what I'm saying? And then I would have to go and then reevaluate the bullish analysis and the bullish side of the market, because we could possibly be heading for new highs. You know, but that's it, man. Just want to go over GU and talk a little about my week and mindset. Nice little outlook for the week. All right, man. I appreciate y'all watching.